They suffered more injuries than any other Premier League team. They dropped 21 points from winning positions. They finished runners-up for the third consecutive season. But somehow, Arsenal have emerged from their most challenging campaign looking more dangerous than ever before. This 2026 squad isn't just different, it's absolutely terrifying. And if you're a rival fan watching this, you might want to look away. Because what Arsenal have built this summer doesn't just address their problems, it transforms them into genuine title contenders. But how exactly have they done it? And can this squad finally break their runners-up curse? Let's break it down. Arsenal's 2024-2025 season was supposed to be the year. Third time's the charm, right? Wrong. Instead, it became a masterclass in how injuries can derail even the best-laid plans. The injury crisis was devastating. Arsenal suffered 27 separate injuries, the highest in the Premier League. But it wasn't just the quantity, it was the quality of players affected. While title rivals kept their key players relatively fit throughout the campaign, Arsenal's spine was constantly broken. Martin Odegaard was out for 2 months with ankle ligament damage. Bukayo Saka missed crucial games with hamstring problems that eventually required surgery. Ben White needed surgery on persistent knee issues. Gabriel Magalhaes played through chronic discomfort before requiring surgery. Even their depth was decimated. Timber, Calafiori, Zinchenko, Partey, the treatment room looked like a who's who of their squad. But here's the thing that should terrify every other team. Despite having a squad that was decimated by injuries for half the season, Arsenal still finished second. They still held the league's best defensive record, conceding just 34 goals. They still reached the Champions League last 16 and made significant European progress. The issue wasn't quality, it was quantity. When your best players are constantly injured or playing through pain, even the most talented squad will struggle. Arsenal learned that lesson the hard way. But Arsenal didn't just lick their wounds, they went all out. This summer transfer window has been nothing short of revolutionary, and it all started with one crucial decision: bringing in a proper sporting director and Andrea Berta. First, they addressed the goalkeeper situation. David Raya was excellent, but he played nearly every game because there was no reliable backup. Enter Kepa for just £5 million from Chelsea. Say what you want about his time at Stamford Bridge, but this is a keeper who's won the Champions League and has Premier League experience. Suddenly, Arsenal have genuine competition and rotation options between the sticks. Then came the midfield revolution. Martin Zubamendi from Real Sociedad for £51 million. This is the signing that changes everything. Liverpool wanted him, but he chose Arsenal. This is Rodri-level quality, a player who can dictate tempo, protect the defense, and never lose the ball under pressure. At Sociedad, he was the metronome that made everything tick. Christian Norgard from Brentford for £15 million might look like a smaller signing, but don't be fooled. This is a player who captained a Brentford side that consistently punched above their weight. Physical, intelligent, and proven in the Premier League. He's exactly what Arsenal need when the schedule gets congested. But Arsenal weren't done. They knew their attack needed more unpredictability, more pace, more options. Enter Noni Madueke from Chelsea for £52 million. This signing is absolutely massive. Madueke offers something different: directness, pace, the ability to beat players one-on-one. He gives Arsenal a plan B when teams sit deep against them. Christian Mosquera from Valencia for £13 million adds defensive depth and versatility. At just 20 years old, he's already showing the kind of maturity that suggests that he'll be a long-term solution to Arsenal's injury problems. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far, smash that like button and subscribe. We've got loads more content coming that'll help you understand exactly why this Arsenal team is going to be unstoppable. But all these signings, impressive as they are, pale in comparison to the main event. The signing that doesn't just address Arsenal's problems, it obliterates them. Viktor Gyökeres, the name that's been on every Arsenal fan's lips. The £63.8 million striker who was about to change everything. Let me give you some numbers that'll make your head spin. In the 2024-2025 season, Gyökeres scored 39 goals in just 33 league appearances for Sporting. That's 1.25 goals per 90 minutes. He added 7 assists on top of that, giving him 46 goal contributions in a single league season. But it's not just the Portuguese league. This is a man who scored a hat-trick against Manchester City in the Champions League. He scored 97 goals in 102 matches across his 2 seasons at Sporting. Those aren't just good numbers, they're superhuman. Here's what makes Gyökeres absolutely perfect for Arsenal. He's not just a goal scorer, he's a complete striker. He's physical enough to hold up play, quick enough to get in behind, technical enough to link with Odegaard and Saka, and clinical enough to finish the chances Arsenal create. Remember Arsenal's biggest problem? They dominate games, create chances, and then fail to kill teams off. How many times did we see them go 1-0 up only to draw 1-1? Gyökeres is the antidote to that. When he gets a chance, it's a goal. His conversion rate is frightening. But here's the really scary part for opponents. Gyökeres isn't coming into a team that needs to be built around him. He's joining a machine that was already creating chances for fun. Imagine those Odegaard through balls, those Saka crosses, those Rice long passes, all falling to a striker who scored 39 goals last season. And unlike Havertz or Jesus, who often drifted wide or deep, Gyökeres is a penalty box predator. He knows where the goal is, and he's got that killer instinct that separates good strikers from great ones. This isn't just about individual signings, it's about how they all work together to solve Arsenal's specific problems. The injury crisis? Solved. Arsenal now have 2 quality players for every position. Zubimendi and Norgard means Rice doesn't have to play every minute of every game. Kepa means Raya can be rotated. Madueke means Saka has genuine competition and rest. Moshkere adds defensive depth. The creative problem? Solved. Zubimendi sitting deep means Odegaard can get higher up the pitch. Rice can make more attacking runs. The midfield has more balance, more control, more options. The finishing problem? Absolutely obliterated. Gyökeres is the missing piece Arsenal have been searching for since the days of prime Van Persie. A striker who doesn't just score goals, he guarantees them. Think about Arsenal's system under Arteta. Those inverted fullbacks, that high line, those quick combinations in the final third. Now, imagine all that with a striker who scored 97 goals in 102 games. The thought should keep defenders awake at night. This Arsenal squad isn't just built to compete, it's built to dominate. They've addressed every single weakness from last season while maintaining all their strengths. They've got the best defense in the league and they've kept it intact. They've upgraded their midfield with 2 quality options. They've added pace and directness to their attack. And they've solved their striker problem with one of Europe's most lethal finishers. But here's what makes this truly terrifying. This squad has depth, real depth. Not just bodies, but quality. When players get injured, and they will, Arsenal can bring in replacements who don't just maintain the level, they might even improve it. The pressure on Mikel Arteta is enormous. 3 consecutive runners-up finishes with over £700 million spent since 2019. The message is clear: deliver trophies or face the consequences. The board's patience is wearing thin. Stan Kroenke has backed Arteta's vision more than any Arsenal manager in recent memory. Yet the trophy cabinet remains stubbornly bare, except for that 2020 FA Cup. Every rival fan, every pundit, every critic points to the same damning statistic. Nearly £750 million for second-place finishes. This summer's massive investment feels like Arteta's final roll of the dice. The club have given him everything: a world-class striker, elite midfielders, defensive depth. There are no more excuses about lacking quality or squad depth. Win trophies this season or face the inevitable questions about whether he can take this team to the next level. For the players, another trophyless season could trigger an exodus. William Saliba has already been linked with Real Madrid, and world-class players won't wait forever for silverware. How long before Saka or Odegaard decide they need to move to actually win major honors? This is make or break time. No more almosts. Arsenal must deliver this season. Arsenal's 2024-2025 season was supposed to break them. Instead, it made them stronger. They've identified every problem and systematically eliminated them. This 2026 squad isn't just scary because of the names on the team sheet. It's scary because they're done being the nearly men. This is the season Arsenal stop chasing and start conquering. The rest of the Premier League should be very, very afraid. What do you think? Can this Arsenal squad finally end their runners-up curse? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.